Good evening, everyone.
Hi,
Hi, Steve. How are you? So tonight, I'm flying solo again. Tracy's had a busy day, let's just say, because it's Keena's birthday. Happy birthday, Keena, if you're watching.
birthday, Keena.
But anyway, so there was a little late coming back, you see. Oh dear. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm flying solo and I'm going to be making angel cake. Now, our version of the angel cake is different to America's version of the angel cake. The angel cake I'm making tonight is a layer of pink, a layer of yellow, and a layer of plain sponge. And you mix it, assemble it with buttercream in between each layers. So yeah, that's our version of the angel cake, and it's from, well, everything's down in the description, but it's from a recipe of Baking with Granny. Now, Baking with Granny is a Scottish lady, so yeah, just to show you what lengths I've had to go to, right? Just switch my cameras over. So yeah, I've had to genetically modify a pan so I can, because you do 3 different colours, you see. So yeah, I'm hoping everything turns out all right. I've lined the tin with the greaseproof paper, and these are yeah, loaf pan liners. So, and just to give it, well, I say give it a bit more stability, but it's like Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've made it, I put some card in, and I've covered the card in bako foil so it don't burn. So that's sort of how I've had to separate the well, that one's leaning to one side, but anyway. So yeah.
You still got your hearty thing on, Bobby.
Have I?
Yeah.
Sort that out. Not to be a minute. And there you go. That's that done. Sorted it out.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is genetically modified, as well as I say, genetically modified.
Hello, Jason, lad.
Hi, Jason. How are you? So yeah, so I can bake it like in 3 separate compartments, each coloured batter, and I've got like a cookie scoop, so I can get the right amount of batter in each bowl.
So Bobby's alive.
Hi, Johnny.
Then diddly bum pasta pudding on the left-hand side. Big up, Jeanette.
I'm just explaining, Johnny, how I've had to, yeah, genetically modify the baking arrangement. So yeah, that's my tin with the 3 different compartments for each. And I've got. He's been out with drone, Jason. That's, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Ain't had time to build a snowman. So yeah, I'm gonna make a start.
Says his Greek cracking has been Paddington Bear and I am frozen.
Oh. So this is 145 grams of butter, but you can use margarine. Why does that seem bright to me? Anyway, so that's 145 grams of either butter or margarine. I'm using butter. Oh. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
And 145 grams of caster sugar. Now, before we mix that together, I'm going to do my usual thing, and this is 230 grams of self-raising flour, but I'm going to add my baking powder.
Jason says, hey Jeanette, we finally got a start at 4:30 a.m. this morning, lol. Must have been stuck on the motorway from your horse.
Hey up, on, it snowed all night here, Jason. So this is a teaspoon of baking powder. Yeah, it wanted to bug us for a while, Jason.
It's slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
We've been gone in a couple of days.
Yeah, it's starting to thaw and disappear and melt and whatever. So yeah, so that's a teaspoon of baking powder in 230 grams of self-raising flour.
Still got some in the trailer, Johnny says. Snow.
Yeah, we've got bits and bats here and there, Johnny. But I'm looking for my mixer and I put it here on the table. So we're going to mix this together until light and fluffy. To this, I'm going to add, hiya Grumpy. I've only just started. I've only done margarine and sugar.
Hello, Grumpy.
But yeah, to this, we're going to add 3 eggs. And half a teaspoon of vanilla, as I call it. You see, I came up with this brainwave. All like the little things I put in like a tray like that. So like the, you know, my milk and my baking powder and you know, little things that can fit in here. I use that, so they're all in one place and they're not here, there and everywhere. Now add the brandy. It's funny you should say that, because me and Chris has just been talking and I said, You see, Chris is the only one that likes Christmas pudding. And I says I might do the Christmas pudding as a video. You know what I mean? Like a vlog type of thing. So I keep saying that I'm going to do him a Christmas pudding, but I never get round to it. So I just says to him, I says, I'll do you a Christmas pudding.
Just a ickle one.
Yeah. Well, I have got a recipe for a Christmas pudding. Found the big room eater now, going to be tasty in that car in the morning. Well, Richard came up with this idea. He says, well, why don't you run an extension out to car and put an heater in car to heat the car up before you get in it. So, yeah. This is 230 grams of self-raising flour with a teaspoon of baking powder in it. Now to this, you need 2 tablespoons of milk. Don't matter what milk it is, whatever milk you use. Chin chin. So, waste not, want not, that's my motto. And give it a quick stir. Post me some, Chris. What? Christmas pudding?
No, Foster's is me.
Oh. So, yeah. So, yeah, here's the 3 separate bowls that I'm going to put my mixture in.
No for the brandy, Grumpy, I'm sorry.
No for the brandy, what?
People say you've got to rub more brandy to whack in it.
No. And so I've got equal amounts. I'm going to put a spoonful in each to start with.
Ooh. Far to be life, then. Ducks, we need to Arctic Circle, mate. Come on, then. Wait a minute. That'll be like what's noise see this year. This decade.
Yeah, we've had. Do you want to flake with it, love?
Hey, there's a bar.
It's only so I've got the same amount in each one. We've had snow, we have. It started snowing about 6 o'clock last night, and didn't stop. So yeah.
Night, about 4, 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is my three bowls. Now we have 3 foot of snow here. Anyway, so you put pink colouring in one.
3 foot of snow over there. Bloody hell.
Dubai.
This will be a trickle to them. We used to have snowball fights walking to school.
Just going to put a little bit more in that. I'm going to say, you said they were in Dubai, so how come they've had snow?
Sand. I didn't know you were in Dubai.
I did. Mark my fingers.
You have sand fights. Not a very nice fight.
Do you think that's pink enough?
Oh.
In the 15 years I've been here, I have only seen snow once.
Once? Yeah. We get it back once or twice a year now, don't we? Well, that's about a day, don't we?
I think they ought to add a bit more pink to that. Anyway, so that's the pink. We'll see to this one, if there's any in. I don't feel very... This is the yellow. So oh dear.
Hey,
What?
tapping back of my chair again. There's nobody there. There are spooks.
So yeah, might just put a tad more in. Hi, Gary.
Gary, naughty step.
Tokyo Drift. Definitely need some more of this. Add mustard for a laugh. No.
No, I didn't.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier on, this is from a recipe called Baking with Granny. So this is our old-fashioned angel cake. I mean, the States do have a version, but it's not the same angel cake as what we've got. I think that's yellow enough, don't you?
Right?
I think that's yellow enough.
Yeah.
Added a bit more pink to this because it don't seem very pink. Well, it seems pink, but only a light pink. Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, there's Jennifer.
I was just explaining, Jennifer. This is the English version of angel cake, not the American version. Good old English angel cake. So that's that. We've got pink, we've got yellow, and we've got one normal. I'm going to start pouring them in my baking tin. My genetically modified baking tin, I might add. Is Amjad allowed off the naughty step and join the chat? No, you're on naughty step. So basically, 3 sections. So this is going in first. This is the one that's just normal. Hi, Richard. What time do you call this? You'll be joining Gary on naughty step. What side that one?
Oh, no, rich lad.
Anyway, you said you could speak, Gary. You're on naughty step. You ain't had my permission.
Oh.
After what you said last night. Oh, you in bed watching?
There's 5 levels naughty step, and Gary's on NS3 at the moment.
Yeah. It looks like still being there at Christmas at this rate.
Here's nothing.
I want it to bake evenly. That's why I'm moaning, groaning. Oh. So now, go in the pink. Try and get this in without getting it outside it. Have I missed Tommy? Hi, Tommy, by the way.
I know Tommy.
Missed him.
A bit of turf on the fire, Gary. You'll be able to get out from under the duvet.
But yeah.
Tommy.
Wait, Gary's going. He'll spend all of eternity on naughty step.
The moves down while the moves back up again.
Yeah.
NS3, Gary. Naughty step 3.
So that's the pink bit done. Last but not least, doing the yellow bit.
You lost it.
Eh?
You lost it.
If I lost what? Oh. That's the only problem with these genetically modified things. You know, it does have its pitfalls. Oh, crapola. It's not so much frosty here. The snow's melting.
It will be at morning.
I bet.
It's very frosty in the morning. Took it back yet? Oh, Chase's back.
Oh,
It's a bit too nippy out here, Chase. Are you coming in, Tubbs?
oh, that's me.
Wait.
Mask on up floor.
So it takes time to register that because you're an old man. You know.
I think that's about it, Mr. P.
You ready?
Yeah. How's it looking so far, guys? Yeah, that's just a normal one. That's the pink one, and that one's the yellow one. Now I need my phone for this.
Oh. Obviously, all the box.
It says for between 20 and 25 minutes. So I'll do it for 20. See, he says now for the brandy.
It's not going in no bacon, it's going in my tummy.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me set this first. So yeah, I'm going to do it for 20 minutes. Right, you can put it in, Mr. P.
You put it in now. Oh, sorry, that was it.
Johnny says it looks yummy and it isn't even cooked yet.
Is it ready yet?
So yeah, put that in oven. It does say between 20 and 25 minutes, but I've done it for 20. Just be on the safe side.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Stick us that fan on, please. Oh dear. Grumpy says you can lick the bowl or you can flush it like rest of us. I'm going to look for that. So we didn't get up till 7 p.m. Lazy.
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 That's nice.
I'm going to take that upstairs and all. Oh. What's up, boys? Can't I jump over
Right,
that?
let me scroll down to recipe.
I'm going to have another coffee. You ready for?
No, I hardly touched that.
I might one, yeah. 25 minutes. Look at skip, eh?
It says choice of flavoured liqueur. Orange liqueur works. I'm looking for a more simple one. That one's, yeah. You see, because Chris is the only one that Chris is the only one that eats it. I'm looking like for a simple version and not steamed, if that makes any sense, like a microwave kind of thing. I didn't. It's like this, Grumpy. I like to pop in and say hello, but with me going live at 9 o'clock, I can't stop all that long. You know what I mean? So I do like to, pop in and say hello. But can't really stop all that long because I've got my own to set up and everything. It wouldn't be angel cake then, would it, Tommy? The colours for an angel cake are pink, yellow, and as is. But right, let me have a look. Found one. Yeah. Okie dokie, then I will do. Pardon me. Marmalade in this one. Oh, that'll please Chris.
What?
4 tablespoons of whiskey.
Hey?
4 tablespoons of whiskey.
Oh, so it's good to get at least some bottles then. I'll just back a full bottle in, sod it. Biscuit.
That'll do.
Oh.
That'll do.
Oh.
Keep somebody quiet. Certain somebody. It has got marmalade in, by the way. Not, yeah. But I think I think the fact that it's got whiskey in might sort of sway it a little bit.
Don't want to be that stringy shit.
Stringy shit?
Marmalade.
Marmalade does have bits in.
It's not a lot,
I don't think it is. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's like in the baking game, when needs must, like tonight, I didn't want to go to a lot of trouble you know, a building a contraption. So I mean, I said to Tracy, I said, I'm just going to put 3 baking liners in, cover some cord with foil, sort of to get that bit of stability in between. I mean, with a bit of luck, it should work. So, I'm hoping it works anyway. But it does say, like, when it comes out, obviously, leave it in tin for a while. But once it's cooled down, you like trim ends off, so you've got like an even end bit. And if the other, like the yellow and the pink ones have sort of like got a bit of a dome, you just slice it off so everything's sort of, you know, ergonomic, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so that's but then, you know, I'm not going to start on buttercream just yet. Yeah, because obviously it's got to cool right down before I actually yeah. But once I've had this cigarette and a few more slips, me coffee, then I'll get onto it. But meaning these is what Chris called me shower caps, and they're like supposed to be like cling film, you know, covers for all my stuff. So but you know, you've got to do 3 separate colours. So how else are you going to do it? I've got loaf tin, because ideally you make them in loaf tins, but I'd only got 2 loaf tins. I don't know whether Tracy's got any loaf tins or not, but I'd only got 2 loaf tins, so you have to sort of adapt, if you know what I mean. I've just seen somebody running upstairs. I don't know whether it was Tucker or whether it was Chase. But anyway, so yeah, ideally you need 3 loaf tins and put a loaf tin liner in each loaf tin and do it that way. But how many people do you know that've got 3 loaf tins? I've got 2, and that's one more than what everybody else has got. Of course it's not, Tommy. Because I hope your oven don't explode. Have faith in me. I know what I'm doing.
I'm oven guy.
Yeah, Chris is Goal or Chris anyway, because he's one that sort of sorts the oven bit out. But it's only when all's said and done, it's only like baking a normal sponge cake, but you've had to separate it into 3 different colours, you know. So there you go. So it's just a sponge cake. I'm glad you do. Thank you, Tommy. But I know, messing about with that. What day were it? I don't know. Anyway, one day last week, and I said to Chris, you know, while I think about it, I'm going to do it and see, you know, what can come up with. And basically, you know, it's been like that. Only thing I did this morning, I actually lined the tin with some greaseproof paper, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, you know, when you're a baker, Tommy, you have to come up with these ingenious ideas. You know, they say cooking's an art, but baking's a science, and it's very true. So, like, yeah, like every, you know, great scientist, yeah, trust me, I know what I'm doing. It's all about oven exploding, Johnny. But
is it a regional delicacy?
no. We see this recipe that I've got. The lady that whose recipe it is from Scotland, and she's called Baking with Granny. So she's from Scotland, but Americans do have an angel cake, but it's like you do it in a bundt tin, which is like a ring tin, and it's just plain sponge. Now this is the English version. All right, I'll Google it for you, Tommy.
You know that live stream I did last night, Babby?
And it says here, angel food cake, right, was first developed in the 1880s in St. Louis, Missouri.
Sorry? You know that live stream I did last night? To look at a floor waiting for a fox?
Yeah.
443.
You see, they call theirs angel food cake. We just call it angel cake. So, yeah, the original angel, they call it angel food cake. We just call it angel cake. Ah, that anyway, that's where the original angel food cake came from. I don't know where the British version comes into it. So, yeah. It's also known, the one that I'm doing is also known as angel slice. And it became popular in the late 19th century. It's a layer cake made with butter, egg, sugar, flour, vanilla, and food colouring. Typical iced with white icing, but I'm not putting any icing, and I'm just going to sprinkle it with some. So there you go. So our version of the angel cake originates in the late 19th century, and it became popular in the late 19th century. It was snowing all night, Tommy, till about, I think about 4:30. and it's sort of, we've still got some, but a lot of it's melted. So yeah, so that's still got about 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a start on the buttercream. Yeah, from 6 yesterday evening till about 4:30 this morning, it snowed constantly. And when we looked out this morning, they were about like that on edge, about that much on edge, the hedge outside. So we've had quite a bit. Right.
I seen you pop in, Sammy lad. Thank you.
Yes, he did notice that you'd popped in.
Thank you very much, lad.
So for this, you need 55 grams of butter.
Can we have an update of today's famous people's deaths?
Who was that you said had died? This is 55 grams of butter. Were there any fox paw prints? Yeah, Chris, because the our CCTV cameras record, and he says they came about 3:30. So, and this is 110 grams of icing sugar.
Yes, mate, there were fox paws mixed in with cat paws as well.
Yeah.
A couple of foxes came during the night, Rhonda and Ronnie.
They weren't our cat paw print, by the way, because I'm in. Weren't letting them go out in all that lot.
No chance. I thought there were a cat in between the fence and the bin.
And it was snow.
It was snow, but it just looked like shape of a cat though, didn't it?
So to this, I'm just going to put a spot of milk. If I need any more, I'll add more. So I just want that'll be ready in a minute, baby. Oh, that's the thing I want out of my drawers, baby. Yeah. I want a palette knife. I don't think that needs any more.
there from, boy?
I don't think that needs any more milking.
There about then, Baba.
Just want to wipe this.
I bet you've not got a skewer.
I have.
Bloody hell, what's up with thee?
I just got a palette knife. No,
Hey?
I don't know. It's coming out clean anyway.
Hold on. Turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah, that buttercream is the topping, Tommy. Well, you put it in between the cakes. And I've got like yeah. I've got a chopping board here, you know, to trim them. Look, that's the first one. Obviously, that's the pink one. Trim it all up and that's a yellow one. So that's it. Yeah, that's ideal.
Biscuit. Water.
That's
Careful, it's hanging on there.
Eh?
Hanging on there.
what is that?
Yeah. Don't want it to drop down.
Oh, I'm just taking them out the thing so they cool down a bit quicker. And with Richard being in bed, I won't be opening the panel tonight. Not unless anybody, you know, specifically wants to come up. So yeah, I've just took them. I've just took them out the things. So yeah, they just need a bit of neatening up, and when they've cooled down, yellow, pink, and normal. I mean, they've turned out all right considering, Tommy. So with fan being on, I've put them in front of fan to cool down a bit. So, but yeah, this is just like plain old buttercream that you put in between layers. So yeah, so it's yellow, pink, and then the plain layer. I'm just gonna like tidy them up a little bit, tied him up a little bit once he cooled down before I add topping.
Somebody, would you let me actually sit down then?
So, yeah, each layer is sandwiched together with a layer of buttercream. Now you put the plain layer on top, yellow first, then your pink. So, but it does say that if you like your top of your cakes a bit uneven, just like trim a little bit off so it's, you know, so it's even. So right, I'm going to tell you what we're making next week. Right, we're making brioche bread and butter pudding with mincemeat. Now, in that instance, there's no bacon involved. What are you whispering at? So that there's no bake. Well, there is bacon. You do put it in oven, but it's brioche buns cutting off, a jar of mincemeat, and you dollop your mincemeat, brioche buns, mincemeat, and yeah, I was thinking that and all, Tommy. Anyway, so going on to that, but you buy ready-made custard as well. So it's just a case of, you know, arranging it all in an heat-proof dish and putting it in oven. Now we're also making mincemeat cookies as well. But they're like a chocolate chip cookie, but you scoop a ball of mincemeat, freeze it, and when it's ready, yeah, you mix your dough and everything. You leave your mincemeat balls in the freezer as long as possible, because then you make a dough and you flatten your dough and wrap it round these frozen mincemeat balls. So that's what we're doing next week. But yeah, he says, hold on, so Richard and Gary just happened to both be in bed at the same time. That's a big coincidence, isn't it? I mean, I didn't want to say Tommy, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's what we're making next week. I have put a little bit of an intro in the group and on my personal Facebook page saying Christmas baking starting next week. So there you go. So we're starting the Christmas series next week. Which one? The brioche bread and butter pudding or the mincemeat cookies? But yeah, it's a case of with the brioche, there's no, you know, you just buy the brioche buns. I've already got loads of mincemeat anyway, and some ready-made custard, and that's it. So yeah, but it's sort of a take on, you know, a bit of a twist on the normal bread and butter pudding. But the ball ache about these cookies is you've got to weigh the dough out precisely, if you know what I mean. I don't know what it means by that, but yeah, you've got to weigh the dough out precisely. So yeah. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll do the bread and butter pudding first, and then I'll do the cookies after.
Looking forward.
So yeah, I've already planned ahead to what we're making next week. Week after that, I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Christmas Eve is not baking.
Oh yeah, and because Christmas Eve falls on a Tuesday, I'm not baking. We're gonna have a
no more live stream.
You know what I mean? A bit of a blowout on Christmas Eve.
I'm gonna work now, Paul. It's a bit nippy out there, Paul. Come on. Yeah.
It says, I hope none of them ever figure out my address. I'll be kicked into A&E for slagging everyone. No. If they like me, I mean, and I know they are, I just take it with a pinch of salt, Tommy. But you see, you didn't have much faith in these, did you? But they've come out all right. Anyway. I mean, this is the thing, Tommy, that's just who you are, if you know what I mean. And if people can't handle that, then, yeah. Yeah. Just got to trim them up a little bit, Tracy, and we'll be good to go. Just letting them cool down a bit. I took them out the cases so they cool down a bit quicker. I think pink one I might have to slice a bit off at top, but maybe yellow one, I don't know, because you've got to put yellow, pink, and then yeah. This is the thing, Tommy, and everybody will tell you, I never visit anybody without taking goodies. Every time we go visiting, like last week we went to see Johnny and Tracy, and we had made the donuts and the polka dot slice. I took some to Johnny and Tracy's with me, even though Tracy, you know, was quite able to make them herself. But I don't like going empty-handed. That's the thing. And the goodies that we took to Richard's when it was his housewarming, you know, yeah. I made everything under the sun. Banoffee pie, caramel slice. What else did I make? What else did I make, baby? Caramel slice. No, when we went to Richard's. Caramel slice, banoffee pie. What else did I make? I don't know. Can't remember. I made 3 things anyway. It says you can visit me and bring a cake to make me feel better. It means when folks batter him and put him in A&E and in hospital. But yeah, I mean, to say it was sort of like a contraption I put together myself, Tracy, I ain't done bad. So you know, so they all cooked evenly and all cooked together, you know. So yeah, nearly tried to cut it with palette knife, me. Hey up, Tommy, that's one thing I can assure you. If people give me the addresses in confidence, it not go any further. I mean, Gary will tell you. I've got Gary's address because
but once you don't know, I've got it and spread it all over the internet to everybody. No, I haven't.
So just got to try and trim this down so it's a bit even looking. I don't want any lumps or bumps in it. So what I'm going to do with this yellow one, I'm just going to trim a little bit off at top so it's nice and even. So we've got an even base for the, you know, the I mean, it don't matter about that one because that one's going on top. So I'm just going to skim a bit off of the top, as they say. But yeah, that's the thing, Tommy. If anybody does give me the address, I never pass any private details on to anybody. I think that's already. Right. So the yellow one's going first. Oh, crap. And they broke that one in half then. So, oh, I know what I forgot to do. Trim ends so they're nice and flat. So we've now got a nice square cake. There we go. I'm quiet, I'm concentrating. And then hi Joelle, how are you?
Hello, Joel.
Well, it's as quiet as you've ever heard me. And I can assure you, I'm not. When I'm doing this, I'm not got my tongue out. You know how when people are concentrating, now they stick their tongue out. No, I don't. And that is the final layer going on now. Quite a deep cake when you. And obviously you've got three separate layers, haven't you? So yeah, I'm just gonna neaten this up slightly. I mean, I know it's not meant to be perfect, but hey ho. Ooh. Sending my mouse flying. And then just to top it off, I am going to. Hi partner, how are you? I'm going to top it off and sprinkle a little bit of icing sugar on it, just to. Will you get me a plate, baby?
What?
Will you get me a plate?
A plate?
Just put this on. So yeah, that's just sort of just to complement the cake, and it's just blowing everywhere.
Oh, look at that, hang it. Right, yeah.
See, Tracy, that's all you've got to do. It don't have to be perfect. Chris is just getting me a plate so I can tell you what.
What?
No, matter.
Oh. Oh.
It's all right, I'm just scraping. It's all right, Chris is indulging in some of the leftover bits that I've cut off. Sliding.
Not
I'll just put my other camera on because this don't do it justice. Nice.
No.
So yeah. That's a bit yeah, that don't look even to me. I think that one slid a little bit.
Rubbery.
So yeah, you've got the yellow layer, the pink layer, and then the
cardboard box.
so yeah, so that's that. I'll just tidy up a little bit.
Oh, I think you got some.
I've seen it on
your wire.
I've seen it on X. SpaceX have launched another rocket.
Another one.
Yeah.
You pass me those pots, please.
No. Hang on a minute. Let me just get crumbs and whatever off for you. There's a thing there. Look, a red.
Thought it were a cat toy.
No, that's the. Yeah. I've just caught that on. Oh shit. Oh. That's some worry.
Any more? Any more?
Yeah.
Not your lot?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. About 20 minutes.
That's about it. Oh, there's another one of them things down there. Right. I will put the link in, but I'm going to leave it up 10 minutes, and then if nobody joins me, I'll end it. How do we? So yeah, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. If nobody wants to come up, then
That's it.
yeah. So there you go. I mean, it's not a, fantastically ergonomical cake, but yeah, it's you get the gist anyway. Because if icing sugar's gone everywhere. So yeah, I'll leave that up for approximately 10 minutes. And if nobody wants to come up, then I will end the stream at past. But so next week, hopefully Tracy will be joining me. We're making the brioche bread and butter pudding with mincemeat and mincemeat cookies. And it's basically chocolate chip cookie, but with mincemeat centre. But before the live stream starts, or way in advance, you've got to boil some mincemeat up and freeze it. So yeah, that's basically, the only thing that we've got to do in advance is, and I've got one of these like cookie cutters, and I'm just going to scoop some out, roll them, put them on a baking tray, and put them in freezer because they've got to be frozen, otherwise it not work. Got some cut-offs if you want them, Johnny. So yeah, so basically the cookies will do last. I will probably boil my mincemeat up in the morning, so it says at least an hour, but 4+ hours is preferable, because you've got to encase the mincemeat in the chocolate chip cookie dough. So it's not just a chocolate chip cookie, it's a chocolate chip cookie with mincemeat in the middle. So that's what you've got to look forward to next week, guys. But anyway, I'm just trying to sort a few things out. So yeah, if nobody's wanted to come up, I'll go till past. and then I'll shut it down. I'll have another coffee when you're ready, please. So yeah, this is the brioche bread and butter pudding with mincemeat. That's one of the things that we're making next week. But everything for that is like shop bought. So yeah, the only thing we've got to do is assemble it and put it in oven. And these, see you later, Jason. These are the mincemeat mince pie cookies. And that's the reason why you've got to freeze your balls of mincemeat. Otherwise, they'll just come out as a splodge. I'm trying to find a better picture. That's a better picture. And they the mincemeat cookies. So yeah, and that's what we're making next week. I mean, week after that, I've got a Christmas chocolate shortbread recipe. I might do that. And I might do some more cookies. I might do the thumbprint cookies. But they dead simple. They're just like a sugar cookie, but you put different coloured icing in the middle and a few sprinkles. I don't know yet. I want to try this. Now, these are chewy gingerbread. What do you call them? Chewy gingerbread latte cookies. So that's another one that I've got on the list. But I want to make that Christmas chocolate shortbread thing. But you see, like things like what I'm going to show you now, you can sort of fill in but this one I'm going to show you is a no-bake one. Now, this is cornflake Christmas crack. And it's basically, that's your cornflake and it's covered in chocolate. So basically, that's sort of what I call a fillerinera, if you know what I mean. That one's a no-bake one. So, and the week before Christmas, this is what I'm going to make. And it's Christmas vanilla roll cake. In other words, it's like a white chocolate Swiss roll, but you've got like funfetti sprinkles and whatever. So instead of making like a Christmas Yule log, but you put your sprinkles actually in the creamy bit as well. But yeah, it's like a buttercream, same as what I've done tonight. But you put sprinkles in it as well. But obviously, in that buttercream, you use like what we call double cream. So And then you want chocolate, white chocolate, for the outer Yule log. So, but yeah, the white chocolate, you just pour it over. So there you go. Oh, I forgot these as well. I want to make these as well. These are chocolate coffee brownie mince pies. And there you go. They're like pastry, spoonful of mincemeat, and then you put a brownie topping on it. So yeah, so that I want to make them as well. They only take 20 minutes to cook. So yeah, I want to make them, and I also want to make the vanilla, you know, the white chocolate roll as well. But yeah, I'll make my mind up after next week, Tracy. And there's that many things I want to do. So we're going to make the brioche bread and butter pudding next week with mincemeat, and then we're going to make the mince pie cookies. Yeah, don't worry about it, Tracy. But yeah. So yeah, I'll just go another couple of minutes, and then I'll close it down. So yeah, so next week, brioche bread and butter pudding. But you see, the thing I don't understand, Tracy, is normal bread and butter pudding, right? You butter your buns or your bread, don't you? Now on that one, it don't tell you to butter them. So I'm assuming you butter them, but it don't say to butter them. See, that's one thing I meant to ask you. Because the only thing you need, 5 brioche rolls sliced, 510 grams of ready-made sweet mincemeat, which I've already got anyway, and you get 500 grams of ready-made custard. So it just says grease a medium-sized oven dish with the butter, right? But yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tracy. Most bread and butter puddings, because that's why it's called a bread and butter, because you butter your bread. It says layer the brioche slices on top of the mincemeat. But it don't say to butter your brioche. And then you just pour your custard over at top and a few more dollops of a few more dollops of mincemeat. But at no point does it tell you to butter the brioche rolls. But I'm going to butter mine anyway, because that's why it's called a bread and butter pudding. And it says a teaspoon of butter for greasing the baking pan. Don't mention about buttering your brioche. This is the thing. So yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you, Tracy. In the recipe, it don't tell you to butter them. But to me, bread and butter, the clue's in the name. Yeah, but I mean, this is like a twist. You know, we're using mincemeat instead of fresh fruit. So yeah, but you know,
don't want that going in the fridge.
Well, I do. But anyway. On that note, guys, I'm going to bid you farewell. I'm not going to waffle.
Say it a bit longer.
I hope you're still on that naughty step, Gary. It says I'm that warm sitting here in my string vest tonight.
Who does he think he is, Bruce Willis?
But yeah, I haven't give you permission to move off that naughty step. I don't care, Gary. I'm not waffling away to myself talking shit. You know what I mean? I've done what I've come to do, and that's make the angel cake. You know what I mean? You know, people don't see behind the scenes. You know, tables got to come down, or cameras has got to be, you know, took. You know, there's a lot goes into it. So I'm not sitting here waffling to myself.
I'm joking.
You're not doing yourself any favours, Gary. Getting off that naughty step. Just saying.
He's got 1R1 NS4.
Oh, that's while I think about it. That's while I think about it. Callum, I don't care whether you need a shave, you can stay there till you're told to move.
I haven't got nappies on, Gary.
Gary not come up, Joel, I can tell you that now. You know why yesterday I was talking about Callum and the problems he were having at college, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going into all details again. Anyway, so we rung him up this morning, and the college that he used to go to says, "Oh, do you want me to put you through to teacher so you can talk to the teacher?" And Callum says, "No, that's not going to solve anything." So he emailed him, and he emailed the head of the maths and English, right? Anyway, so we emailed the head of the English and maths, because it was mainly the maths that were bothering him. Not the subject, but the teacher and the class. He felt victimised. So I says to Callum, I says, well, email them. I says, and just tell them what you've told us. You know, if they're telling anybody off, Callum's the only one that they tell off. So he did that. He emailed them, come back, and he said to him, he says, well, look, he says, I want moving to a different maths class. He says, and if not, he says, if you can't find me a suitable alternative, he says, I'm not going to maths anymore. Anyway, about half an hour later, he got a response. He's going to a maths class on a Tuesday now instead of Monday. So yeah, it just goes to show if you know, if you make a force, you can get things done. So now, instead of going on Monday and Fridays, we're going in Tuesdays and Fridays. So yeah, so anyway, that's the outcome of that. He's now changed classes. You know, I mean, and if you watched last night, you'll know all ins and out of what went off. Anyway, I'm going to get going, guys, and I will, yeah. But down at Bramwell Road, Tracy, they wanted him to ring the teacher in person. And Callum says, well, that's not going to achieve anything. So he says, I tell you what, he actually put phone down on him. So he says, right, that's it. He says, I'm going to email him. He says, but I'm going straight to top. I'll go to head of department. And he went straight to top, Tracy, and he put everything down, what he told us about feeling victimised. He's the only English person there, including the teacher. And Yeah, and I said, that's exactly what I told Callum to put, Gary. I said he feels like he's being singled out, he's being discriminated against, and if anybody gets in trouble, it's always at Callum. So, yeah, so anyway, so it's sorted. He's going to start a new class, a different teacher, but he's going to go in on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. So we'll just see how this goes, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye.
What find me outro for this?